Hey everyone, today I've got my Malignant movie review. A woman appears to have someone from her past come back to haunt her. So did this movie haunt me? So as far as the story goes, James Wan directs yet another horror movie that I feel like is his return to form for the genre. I didn't go into this movie knowing much else about it. I mean, I only saw that one trailer and then that was it. It starts off really creepy and mysterious, and I really like the way that it's going, and it did keep me engrossed throughout, especially with everything that was going on, because I wanted to know who was this insane, antagonist. I felt like I was in for quite a thrill ride, especially after the opening credits kicked in, and especially after the opening scene, which was wild and, like I said, insane. I can't say that word enough to describe this movie. So, as far as the casting goes, Annabelle Wallis stars in this movie, and I feel like she's just as amazing here, and knows how to perform in a horror genre like she did with the Annabelle movie. And I actually did feel for her character a couple times, and I loved her, reactions to things, and sometimes I feel like it was almost heartbreaking to watch because you don't know, what exactly is going through her head, and you're trying to figure out, how is this all affecting her, and it just seems like she's going through quite a lot, and other people don't really know how to, explain what's going on. And speaking of other characters in this movie, I feel like they came off like they didn't know what they were doing half the time, and I know, they're supporting characters, but they were either laughable or had over-the-top acting, and I just didn't buy it one iota. But I did like that one cop guy, though. So the things that I liked about this movie was that it was filled with such suspenseful horror that, I was trying to look around every corner, especially in that house, like, okay, something's definitely hidden in the shadows there, and maybe not. So that's why it was just so intense. And I love the cinematography because not only did it look so topsy-turvy, it's exactly what I expected to see from a James Wan movie, and just seeing these huge sets and just making you feel almost, claustrophobic in, that space. And it definitely helped to create that tension with, the sets that added to the unnerving elements of the movie. And I was surprised with some of the use of action in this movie, especially by the third act. Now, I'm not going to spoil what happens in this movie, but there was something that I saw that made me go, ah! I almost had to turn away because it was just so unexpected, and oh, it was so wild. But unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie was that it was the musical score that really let me down. Now, usually I don't say that a lot about movies today, but now let me tell you why. Because I originally liked it when I first saw this movie, and now as I was watching this movie for the third time, I didn't like it when it would abruptly play, and then it would sometimes feel out of place depending on the scene, and especially for a movie of this genre. And I didn't want to see this movie have some kind of identity crisis because of its constantly changing tone, and I didn't expect to see that happen. So you can say, is there some predictability to this movie? I don't know, but because when certain things happened, they just felt really out of place, and it was kind of irritating me. But I wouldn't say that overall this movie did not irritate me, and I still enjoyed it because I felt like it was, unique and different, and yet I still think it's a movie that can be freaky at times, so I would still recommend seeing this movie if you guys haven't. So I would give this 4 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Malignant, and as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys later.